So will Caitlin Clark be a good pro? Absolutely. Will Caitlin Clark come into the WNBA and do what she's doing right now? Immediately? Absolutely not.
The news of Caitlin Clark's most recent award has caused all of her detractors to cry uncontrollably. In fact, you might want to purchase stock in Kleenex because this is a huge deal. She has won numerous awards over her career, but what makes this one particularly noteworthy is that she is the only WNBA player to receive recognition. Nope, Angel Asia Wilson's Sabrina, not this time. Sorry, that's correct. The only WNBA player to make Forbes 30 Under 30 list for sports, one of the most prestigious awards for young athletes, is Caitlin Clark. You already know what's going to happen next. The haters are going crazy once more. You can almost hear the envious rivals and hack pundits on podcasts downplaying yet another one of Caitlin's accomplishments. Why is this list shocking the WNBA, and why is it not Angel or Asia? I'm going to break it all down, so stay tuned. But first, watch this video to celebrate Caitlin and subscribe to Mock the Naysayers. Let's start with the fundamentals. What's the big deal about being on this list? The 30 Under 30 is more than just a participation trophy. It's not just a random list that people are included to for simply showing up. This list is exclusive to game changers, young superstars and trailblazers who are dominating their respective sports fields. It's not just about scoring points. Forbes examines all available data, not just the numbers. The athletes on this list are driving marketability, cultural impact, and core domination off, setting trends and demonstrating that they are more than just athletes, they are game changers. In other words, if you're breaking down barriers and moving the needle, you're in the running, and Caitlin Clark isn't just pushing the needle, she is the needle.
And now Clark comes up with a steal. Clark thought about pulling up from three, will dip inside and lay it in. There are the first points in the WNBA career of Caitlin Clark.
Take it at the rim. Here, hesitation. You have to come. Goes her first two.
It is Caitlin Clark able to clear for Indiana.
Caitlin coming off that 20-point performance right here. Handling the physicality of Benijah Lane.
Clark, step back three, knocks it down. Take a look here at a career first.
Just step back, going right, I may add. It's usually step back, going left.
Correct, let's face it. We would have to start doubting the entire process if Caitlin wasn't on this list. She is the face of women's basketball right now, a walking highlight reel, a record-breaking machine, and more than just a player. Since joining the WNBA, Caitlin has broken records, converted casual viewers into diehard fans, and sent ticket sales skyrocketing. She has more records than Grandpa's vinyl collection, including triple-doubles and long-range bombs. She is rewriting the history books of the WNBA. WNBA Rookie of the Year, easily triple-doubles twice in her rookie season, leads the league in assists by a wide margin, and increases attendance everywhere she plays. Yes, everywhere Caitlin plays, the stands are packed, with 15,000 people per game. Numbers the league has never seen before. Let's clarify one issue. In addition to being a basketball player, Caitlin Clark is a TV ratings goldmine and an economic engine. Her influence on the WNBA is so great that it is not only changing the league, but also speeding up its expansion by years. Since Caitlin can't be duped by the receipts, let's discuss the numbers. Although WNBA ticket sales were increasing respectively by 16% between 2024 and 2025, they exploded by an astounding 93% in 2025 alone once Caitlin joined the league. Without her, experts estimate the WNBA wouldn't have achieved these figures until 2029 or 2030. Consider that Caitlin's rookie season has accelerated the league's progress by almost 10 years. Women's basketball viewership had been increasing before Caitlin, and in 2025, she said, "Hold my Gatorade," and delivered a staggering 400% increase. People who had never given women's basketball a second glance are now glued to their screens, wondering what kind of magic Caitlin will perform next. Remember when WNBA games were played in arenas that sounded more like echo chambers than fan-filled venues? Well, those days are over, as Caitlin Clark is on the court. For context, the average attendance for Caitlin's games is an astounding 15,000 fans per game, which is higher than many NBA teams during their early season games. Whether at home or away, her Indiana Fever games always sell out, and team gear is flying off the shelves like Black Friday. The NBA, with all its hype and history, drew an average of 1.6 million viewers on opening day, a 42% decrease from the previous year. Meanwhile, Caitlin's first ever WNBA game against the Connecticut Sun drew an estimated 2.5 million viewers, which is not only impressive but historic. A rookie in women's basketball outdrew the NBA. Let that sink in for a moment.
At the rim here, hesitation. You have to come out on her. Goes by her first two.
Back Bentley. Here's Clark, a good look from three. She got the first three in the career of Caitlin Clark.
Clark does not need much space here. The screen comes off, drains a three. That's one of the few good looks, and it's not even that great of a look that she's gotten here so far in this.
Here's Clark off a screen, gets a look, and
When Caitlin Clark is on the court, arenas are filled and millions of people are glued to their TVs, proving that her games are must-watch TV. Haters can say whatever they want, but Caitlin Clark's numbers speak louder than their words. She is not simply playing basketball, she is creating an empire. She isn't the most apparent choice for Forbes' 30 Under 30 list. She is responsible for the WNBA's unprecedented success, but it goes beyond the numbers. Haters will remark that Caitlin's star power makes it impossible to look away from her enthusiasm, which helps people fall in love with the game. Oh, it's just hype. Tell the crowded arenas that the record-breaking attendance and the sponsors waiting up to throw money away don't diminish the greatness of the arenas. Oh, you knew this was coming the moment Caitlin's name appeared on the Forbes list. The Angel the fans of Reese arrived prepared to argue. What about Angel? She's a star too, yes. But let's be honest for a moment. Despite its importance, Angel's impact pales in comparison to Caitlin's appearance. Although Angel had a fantastic collegiate career, her LSU team won the NCAA championship, and her viral insults of Caitlin during the finals heightened the rivalry. Her influence on the WNBA hasn't been as great as Caitlin's thereafter.
Mabry comes up with the board. Long pass, perfect to Reese. She was unable to get it in. And they play some beautiful basketball. Again, no Brianna Stewart today. Chicago's missed 7 straight shots.
That's off all screens, so she's not getting any easy look.
Reese, short. Trust. Allen just blew by Burke, but couldn't get the floater to go. Angel Reese. Reese, spinning.
In contrast to Caitlin, she didn't lead her team to the playoffs, and her games don't draw nearly as many fans as Caitlin's league, which leads 15,000 per game. Not to mention that Caitlin has routinely outperformed her in practically every significant statistical category. Sure, Angel's podcast is amazing, but this isn't Forbes 30 Under 30 for talking to Shaq. Rather, it's about who's changing the game, and Caitlin is doing that on a level that Angel hasn't yet. Additionally, A'ja Wilson, the current MVP, didn't make the list.
I think it's relying on her passing, getting the ball to her, defense double team, A'ja Wilson with a three.
See, that's where Alicia Clark, with a clear out, runs and shows some help and gets in the gap and forces her to pass.
The fortuitous bounce and one for A'ja Wilson for this year, but a really cool shoe collab with Under Armour and Kelsey Plum.
Oh, I love it with the cigar flare as well. I need a humidor.
To what she's been trying to do, she said she did USA 3-on-3, China, Turkey. Now she thinks this is ready for her time.
Is 16th overall, but has really only played a few games here and there the last couple of years. A'ja Wilson on the right side finishes. Cloud. Back matched up against Asia Wilson. Fakes one way, goes the other, and rattles that one down.
Asia Wilson's grandeur is already established. She is no longer up and coming. She is already at the top. One goes and the other goes down. Caitlin is currently the one reinventing what is possible in the sport, and Forbes is all about who's next. While the detractors are busy writing pages explaining why their favorite player should have been cut, Caitlin Clark is too busy selling out arenas and draining logo 3S to be on this list, since she is not just playing basketball, but also changing it. In addition to being a skilled basketball player, Caitlin is revolutionizing the women's game. Companies are literally vying for Caitlin's attention because of her genuineness and charisma, which make her an ideal fit for brands. She has already landed multi-million-dollar endorsement deals. Caitlin's self-assurance and swagger have given women's basketball a much-needed edge. She's making the game cool in a manner that no one else is, whether it's a high-stakes playoff game or a packed arena. This isn't just about Caitlin reaching the Forbes list. It's also about what she stands for. Caitlin is the type of player you set your DVR for if people still engage in that behavior. Caitlin's success is paving the way for the next generation of players and pressuring the WNBA to increase sponsorships, demonstrating that women's basketball can be just as thrilling, lucrative, and culturally significant as any other sport. Improved coverage in the media, larger audiences, the entire league is being lifted by Caitlin's ascent. While Caitlin Clark is unquestionably the main attraction on the Forbes 30 Under 30 list, she shares the limelight with another young star making waves in women's basketball, FLJ Johnson of LSU.
But Bigham will fire a three anyway, no good. 6 to go in the quarter. See if LSU can get something out of it. Rebound by Smith. Johnson into the front court will pull up for about a 30-footer. Yes, she got it.
Johnson steals it on her way to the rim, lays it up and scores.
LSU gets it across half court easily. Here's Johnson driving all the way to the rim, and back come the Tigers now. Johnson weaves her way up the far sideline. Johnson down the lane, Euro steps and scores.
And now LSU tries to push the tempo. FLJ Johnson puts her head down and drives to the hoop. A tough
for Tennessee. FLJ Johnson driving off the glass.
Transfer from Texas. He'll be in action next year for the Gators as well.
Yes, that's correct. Forbes acknowledged a collegiate player for turning heads flow both on and off the floor, in addition to the NBA's sexiest rookie. When she's not making threes for LSU, she's in the studio recording songs that are accumulating streams. So why did Forbes select Caitlin and Flo? Jay isn't just going all out. She's creating a brand. FLJ is a leader and a scoring machine for LSU, displaying the talent that has analysts predicting she will be a future WNBA star. It's clear that these two are transforming the entire game. Caitlin is setting records and redefining the WNBA's appeal, while Flo is dominating more established WNBA stars. Together, they represent the next generation of women's basketball players who are drawing in new followers, securing significant sponsorships, and demonstrating the necessity of women's basketball. Jay is demonstrating how athletes may succeed in numerous arenas. Since Clark and Johnson have managed to steal the show in a way that makes it impossible to ignore, some established pros are feeling a little sour about Southeast TV when they are out there controlling the game and creating their empires. Let's go back a little, shall we?
People look at new players coming in, whether that's out of college, players who've been overseas, and they look at that and say, oh, you trying to come take my job. Like, nah, it's not gonna be that easy. So will Caitlin Clark be a good pro? Absolutely. Will Caitlin Clark come into the WNBA and do what she's doing right now? Immediately? Absolutely not. Not gonna happen.
Many skeptics lined up to minimize Caitlin Clark's impact when she first joined the WNBA. They said she wouldn't stand out in a league full of seasoned pros, and that the physicality and speed of the league would overwhelm her. Some even suggested she was more hype than substance, saying she excelled in college, but that the WNBA is a different beast.
Clark backdoor, nice look, Martin, easy layup.
And hold you to the highest standard, no doubt. And Caitlin Clark has said Lisa Bluter holds her accountable too. Stokey finishes it off that time.
Clark wants a screen. Gets a switch and a double. And rewards the screener.
Kitley's going to hedge, and when she hedges, look at Stolke to the rim. Help late on the weak side, and it's a bucket for the Hawkeyes.
10 on the shot clock. Clark to the mid-range, drops it off inside to Goodman. Great vision by Caitlin.
So, tell me in the comments if you believe Forbes made the right choice in selecting Caitlin Clark for the 30 under 30 list, or if you believe someone else should have been chosen.